Hello and welcome back to Suspended Fanimation. I'm your host, Dennis Bithoulkas, and this is Doom Patrol, Season 2, Episode 5, Finger Patrol. Why is it called Finger Patrol? There might be a reason for that. Welcome, everybody. Let me take care of some business first, then we'll get down to it. If you like what you see here, like, share, and subscribe. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, you're going to see a video at the very end of this video. Basically, what YouTube does, takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching and tries to match it as best as possible. One of the videos of my vast video library and pops it up there just for you. Up here is going to be, is it worth my time? And that's going to be Warrior None is what's going to be up there. If you want to know when I'm going to be on live again next, you get the bell down below. It's a 50-50 chance of YouTube actually notifying you. Best thing to do is go to suspendedfanimation.com where we've got the schedule up for the entire week. I change it out every week up on that page. I also have all the links to my social media. So that's Twitter, Instagram, and Patreon. No tier set up as of yet on the Patreon. And I also have links to this YouTube page and my Facebook page and a Facebook group page, which you guys can post stuff on and chat amongst yourselves. All right. With that said, spoiler alert, I am going to spoil the episode. If you have not seen the episode, go and watch the episode. Come on back. This will be a video. You can comment down below in the comment section. Thank you, Viking Bitch, for the paddle. So, Finger Patrol. Yeah, this one, we have some really severe ramifications that happen at the end of this one. So, I mean, after Sex Patrol and Danny the Brick getting himself put back together again and possibly becoming Danny the Ambulance, which is something that's in the comics, but that's a different story altogether. Our group, basically, they're going back to their ways, and Cliff is having problems finding a videotape, the videotape that he has of Niles confessing to all the evil shit that he did to Cliff. And so yeah, the whole thing with him searching around looking for this tape. Who could have taken that tape? This is the one thing that was kind of glossed over in this episode is that the tape's missing from his room. So who really wants to out Niles at this point? Because I mean, Cliff, yes, while he has it in for Niles at this point, he's not going to use that tape for anything other than to torture Niles over it for the most part. Larry's certainly not going to do that because he's been dealing with his whole kid and everything. And then, Cyborg, of course, Vic isn't going to be taking that tape. And, we already know that Rita's not going to be doing that either. So Jane, but Jane is supposed to be getting help from, she's the one who wants to stay. Maybe it's one of the other personalities. Maybe it's a new personality in Jane that came out and stole the tape. We don't know. So that is something to watch for in later episodes because the tape is important. But what was going on for the rest of this episode was that, Larry is dealing with cleaning up his dead son's house along with his son that is still alive, who's in the military, and basically kind of cleaning up his own past, I guess you could say. And same thing with Rita. Rita is trying to deal with her own past and also reconcile that she can get her own gigs, that she didn't need her mom in order to do this. So she is trying to start off in community theater and is having flashbacks of her mom screwing the producer and can't, of course, perform. She's having performance anxiety. And speaking of performance anxiety, Cyborg almost, messes up his whole reunion with Ronnie. Coming back into, we find out that Ronnie actually had augmentations done to her body as well, and that after the IED exploded in Iraq that she was in, she ended up working for a not so nice company and having some augmentations done to her. So her and Cyborg have some kind of connection there. One of the things I did love in this episode, Steel and Stone, of course. So Vic getting wanting to fight crime along with Cyborg, and even imagining his own Steel and Stone show, the 70s show with them fighting crime. And I thought it was funny because they actually shot it like a 70s show, the way they did the promo, even with Robot Man running, and he's supposed to be running alongside Vic, but he's actually standing on a trailer, and they're just dragging the trailer. And I just found that funny. I watched it twice because of that whole thing with him dragging the thing. Um, and of course, you know, um, Cliff giving Vic advice on how to get women back, and the whole thing is, you know, I'm stupid, I fucked up, I'm sorry. And as he puts it, it's verbal astroglide. Yeah. Yeah, that 70s show thing was just really fucking funny. And if you go back and watch it, so Cliff is dressed up as the prostitute, for the bad guy that's going to stab him. And if you go back and watch it, you see that it's actually a woman initially, and then when they go to the reveal of after the mugger stabs him, and he goes, "Not today, motherfucker," and he hits the guy. He's wearing pants, so you see a woman wearing fishnets, so it's a woman's legs and all this kind of stuff. And then after the reveal, he's actually wearing jeans. I just thought it was funny. It was, again, it's one of those 70s thing. Black Dynamite has done this very, very well, where you just have editing mistakes and all that continuity errors and everything, and they did this so well. I just have to say, Jerry McCarver, if he's the one that put that one together, or whoever put that one together, ma, that was just beautiful. That was like one of my favorite things. They did a great job on that. Go back and watch it. It's over and over again. There's little Easter eggs and all that whole little thing there. But Cliff, of course, being Cliff, trying to stop a robbery, and accidentally cuts off a bad guy's finger by his arm malfunctioning and shutting the door on the guy's fingers and cutting it off. And he keeps the finger that gets cut off. The bad guy runs away screaming, of course, because of, if you take a look, he was looking at some plans that Chief was drawing up about giving him some tactile sensory perception so he can actually feel stuff. And one of them was a finger with a severed finger with robotics in it. And I'm pretty sure that's what he was bringing back to Chief to kind of hasten things along. So, yeah. Um, and then let's talk about Baby Doll and Dorothy. Baby Doll and Dorothy. Oh my god, them playing together. Who thought that leaving them unsupervised was a good fucking idea at this point? I mean, it was funny at first when they're running around, and, Cliff and Vic are both talking about how fucking cute it is and all that stuff, and Vic's going, "Yeah, you missed one fucking good hell of a tea party," and Cliff's like, "What? Huh?" you know, and them having stickers all over their back. Um, but having two superpowered, for want of a better term, children playing together, and that eventually someone's going to get butthurt enough to try and hurt the other one, which is what happens. And Baby Doll, of course, ends up killing Manny, the wolf bear antlered creature that is Dorothy's imaginary friend. And Dorothy ends up sending Candlemaker down to kill Baby Doll, and he goes straight into the underground. Now, there's also a foreshadowing of this too, because when Dorothy is running down to go and play hide and go seek, the one that she's doing to be mean to Baby Doll, she actually sees a picture of the underground, a drawing of the underground sitting on the table before she goes and hides. So she knows basically whatever she has seen, Candlemaker knows as well. And he knew exactly where he was going. And that's why he went in, and he might have killed off a couple of personalities. The flame one, which I don't know what the name is to that. Hammerhead, when she hit the wall, cracked. I heard a crack. And then, of course, Baby Doll does die. So, yeah, that was pretty fucked up. And man, and also whoever was on board the train, the little the proletariat Jane, Flaming Katie. Thank you, Flaming Katie. Thank you, CB. So yeah, Flaming Katie's dead. I don't know if Hammerhead's dead. I doubt Hammerhead's dead, but that was, pretty bad. And then of course, uh, we know Baby Doll's dead. And of course, I think the proletariat who was on the trolley going into the becoming the into the spotlight there might have also eaten it as well. So she, was bored the like I said, bored of the trolley. Um, and then of course, we have the whole thing with Larry's kid Paul calling the ant farm on him. And wow, how fucked up was that? I mean, I thought he was kind of getting along with him. I mean, the whole hug and all that stuff too. And he goes, "Where do we start?" And Paul comes in for a hug, but he even says, he tells Larry that, "Hey, after the funeral, I did some digging and it led all the way up to the Department of Defense." And basically, he called the ant farm in. And as a result, Larry's grandson, Dex, gets shot. Rita had saved his, great grandson at that point. And yeah, it's pretty fucked up at this point. So everyone's, it's the whole thing of you can't go home again. You really can't go home again. And um, yeah, I don't know. Uh, this one I have to think about a little bit more in order to find out what the theme of this one was. There's usually a theme throughout an episode, and this one was a little more difficult to find out what it was. And I don't think it was. It wasn't redemption, of course. It was, I don't know, facing one's past, maybe, um, or accepting one's past. I don't know because the whole thing that was going on with Cyborg and Ronnie, that is the main factor for me on that one, as accepting your past. And then, of course, Baby Doll getting killed. The trailer for next week looks really damn good, which is Space Patrol. And I don't know if those people that are in next week's episode are challengers of the unknown or not. They have a different name in the trailer, but that could just be how we meet them. And then later on become the challengers of the unknown. There's usually four of them, but there was only three. So we'll see. So good episode all the way around. And you could still see Chief being an evil bastard, at this point. Oh, and also let's talk about Silas Stone too. Um, Cliff going to Silas to say, "Hey, can you rebuild me the way you did Vic?" And Silas is like, "No. Basically, what Chief did to you, what Niles did to you, was manslaughter." He goes, "What I did to my son was surgery," and he goes, "I won't be a party to manslaughter." And it's like, fuck, you know, the fuck, as Cliff would say. So yeah, damn good episode all the way around. We had a lot of good stuff that happened. Again, we moved the story along a little bit more. Maybe not a lot more because of course Chief is looking for immortality at this point because he is dying. And we haven't really figured out what's going on with Cliff. And Cliff finding out that, Niles is actually trying to build another body for him, but it may take decades, is probably going to push him to extend Chief's life at this point too. So there we have it. Everyone else enjoying this one? I know that some people didn't get a chance to see it, so yeah, yeah. But those of you who are here who did see it, hopefully you enjoyed it. So what else do I have going on this week? Tomorrow I'm off. It's Friday. Saturday is Saturday morning blast off where I take the genre news of the week and any genre stuff you guys want to talk about, and we talk about it. Sunday I'm off. Monday is Stargirl. Tuesday is another episode of Is It Worth My Time? And this time I'm going to go through The Old Guard, which is going to be on Netflix. That is on tomorrow on Netflix, as a matter of fact, on the 10th. Wednesday I'm off. And by the way, Wednesday is tax day. So for those of you who've forgotten, Wednesday is tax day. Don't say I never give you anything. It's a PSA right there. So the 15th, July 15th is tax day. and they're not doing any extensions either. So if you haven't done your fucking taxes like me, I already did mine today. So yeah, and I'm getting money back. Yes. So there we go. And of course, Thursday rolls back around to Doom Patrol. Those guys right there. So, with that said, I'm gonna let you guys go for the night since you're all kind of quiet and lurking, except for Penn. If you like what you see here, like, share, and subscribe. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the very end of this video. You're going to see a video pop up here. And if you like that, hit the subscribe button down below. And if you want to know when I'm going live again next, you get the bell down below there. It's a 50-50 chance of YouTube actually notifying you. Go to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule that's up there. And also all the links to my social media are up there as well. And the links to my Facebook page and my Facebook group page where you guys can post stuff and chat amongst yourselves. So let's take off for the night. Thank you, everybody. Thank you if you watched this far in the video. And please comment down below in the comment section. I do answer back, all that kind of good stuff. And if you know anybody who might like it, send them my way. Share it over to them and see if they might subscribe as well. I'm close to 1,000 people. Just so close. Just inching up there. That's all it is. So until Saturday, thank you, everybody. Don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, you may have some robot guy chop off your finger by accident when you're trying to steal somebody's car. Which, why are you trying to steal someone's car in the first place? Thanks, everybody. I will see you on Saturday. Have a good night. Have a safe tomorrow. And remember, wear your mask, wash your hands, and all that kind of good shit. Thanks, everybody. Talk to you later. Bye.